Good morning from the Dahlia Patch. My name is Karen and I am here at Haven Meadows. Today I'm going to be sharing the dahlias that I grew this year and my thoughts on them, what I liked about them, what I'll be growing again, and what I didn't love so much. So stay tuned! First up, we have Ivannetti. This was one of my absolute favorite colors of dahlias that I grew this year. It was pretty prolific. The basil that I planted in between it kind of took over, and I think I would have had more stems if I wouldn't have done that. But otherwise, I was really pleased with the stem length and the growth of it. The one thing that I didn't love about it, I'm not quite sure what caused it, was I had some trouble with petals falling off after I harvested them. Maybe like, after a day or so, some of the back petals would fall off. The rest of it would be fine, and it wasn't because it was old or anything, so I'm not quite sure what caused that. Black satin. This was a free gift. It was a really late bloomer. It had a hard time getting started, and it just took a really long time to take off. And then finally, once everything else was kind of starting to die down, this thing was just coming in hot and had lots of blooms on it yet. So the color was really pretty. It was that dark, black burgundy color. So that's definitely one I want to try again and see if it'll do better and bloom a little bit sooner next year. There's a reason Cornell Bronze is considered a holy grail, because this was probably my #1 blooming dahlia this year. I had so many blooms. The color is beautiful. The shape and everything, they were just perfect almost every single time. Had so many stems, and it just went so well with everything. So that's definitely will always be a must grow for me. It was really healthy. This little golden child has a story. 2 years ago, I ordered this as a Cornell Bronze. That's what it was supposed to be. When it came and bloomed, I was like, this is not Cornell Bronze. I've grown it 2 years in a row and it's looked exactly the same. I don't know what it is. It's beautiful and I love it. Some of the stems were a little bit wimpy and a little bit short, and I think the tuber was one that I had saved from last year and it wasn't as healthy as could be. So I think that was part of the reason that, the plant itself wasn't super healthy. So I have no idea what I have here. I just know that I like it, and I will continue to grow this one. Next up, we have Creighton Honey. This one here, I was honestly pretty disappointed. I had really high hopes and high expectations for this one, but this plant, it never really took off, never did super well. And then all of the flowers that bloomed were kind of deformed, and the color was beautiful. I love the color, but I was disappointed in the plant itself, and it didn't really do anything for me this year. So that's definitely one that I will continue to try, because I've heard lots of good things about it, and it's supposed to be another one of those like amazing dahlias. So definitely gonna give that another shot. This is Castle Drive. It was kind of a last minute purchase just as I was checking out. So it's kind of similar to Sweet Natalie, if you're familiar with that, except it has a little bit more of a lemony yellow center, and the shape of the petals is slightly different. I got quite a few blooms off of this one. This was another, I'd say like a medium size, 4 or 5 inch dahlia. We had a big storm come through, and I did have netting on my dahlias, but I had a couple dahlias that were knocked over, some stems that were broken off, and Castle Drive, if I remember correctly, had a couple stems that broke off. I don't know if somehow like bacteria got in there and something happened, but this was the one plant that kind of died off before the end of the season. I did like it. I'll probably grow it again. It was not one of my top favorites. The lemon yellow wasn't my favorite at all. Another thing, I really like the ball shape for market bouquets. The size is just perfect. They're compact so they don't get crushed, and they just fit much more nicely into, you know, into a market bouquet. I did use quite a few of the Castle Drive dahlias this summer though, and I did like them okay. This beauty is Sweet Natalie, and this, as far as colors go, this was another one that I really enjoyed. Although the color palette is very similar to Cafe au Lait events, I would want this one. It's so pretty, it's perfect. It's like it's a lovely blush pink with some warm tones in it every so often. So that was a huge favorite of mine. But again, it's a little bit big for what I like to use for market bouquets. One thing I didn't love about Sweet Natalie was the fact that quite a few of the blooms kind of tip down a little bit, which makes it unhandy to work into bouquets, especially if you're doing market bouquets, because they're wrapped. They kind of, you know, get hidden and crushed a little bit more, so that wasn't ideal. But overall, I really love this one and will definitely be growing it again. She's so pretty. All right, and the Queen of Dahlias, Cafe au Lait. There she is. So beautiful. I grew this one in my garden, and I honestly didn't cut that much off of it. It was just out there sitting pretty. It's too large for market bouquet. I think I made one bouquet, but it's so huge you really can't work it into, you know, a round market bouquet. So I cut quite a few and I gave them away, and I just enjoyed them. They're so beautiful. Here again, if I was doing a lot of event work, this would be a must grow for me. This is Blizzard. This one was really prolific and I liked it. The stem length, especially in this one, was really good. I had so many stems, and the stems were like really tall and had good, you know, had good thickness to them, but they weren't too thick. One problem that I did have with this one was it did not have a super long base life, and it quickly turned brown inside of wrap bouquet for some reason. Suncrest. I was really happy with this one. This one also had good stem length. It was really prolific. It was the perfect white ball dahlia, and I will definitely grow this one again. I think I'm gonna grow all of these dahlias again, but the ones that I mentioned that I really like, I'm gonna be doing quite a few more of those, and especially the ball varieties. I might try some different varieties. Overall, I really like the varieties that I grew this year. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that you enjoyed this video about my dahlias and that maybe you'll grow one of these in your own garden next year. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet for more videos. Thank you so much for watching.